Hello, Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and welcome to my backyard. So, what a beautiful morning out here in Florida. I know all of you up north, it's a hell of a lot colder. We've had the coldest weather down here that I've ever seen. We've actually had like 3 weeks of having to have the heat on. I know. It's true. But it kind of sounds like a joke to all of you up north, doesn't it? So, I want to talk about the SEC and how they are actually going after ICOs and what impact this has for the marketplace and why it is a good thing. So, it is actually a very good thing because there's a lot of problems with ICOs lately. Now, I've been involved with a few ICOs, and my involvement has been like, purchasing coins, whatnot, pre-ICO, or just other, reviews of coins and everything. And there is so much crap out there. There is so much junk. And if you are like me, you have invested in a few things that turned out to be, one, either straight up fraud and a scam, or they were very poorly managed and failed because of that. Either way, you lost money. And that's not an okay thing. So, what is the effect that we're seeing here? Now, we've seen a big effect from a couple of things of the market going downward. And it used to be that there was this teeter-totter effect, and I've mentioned this before. Like when Bitcoin would go down, altcoins would go up, and altcoins going down, Bitcoin would go up. And it was this nice teeter-totter effect. And so you would do things like, you would buy your altcoins. They'd go up, you'd sell them for Bitcoin, and then it'd go like this, and then you'd sell your Bitcoin. It was perfect. Or you'd buy more alts, and you'd just ride it both ways. And it was easy to make money. Well, when I say easy to make money, I mean I made some money. It's never been easy. You have to be smart. So the effect now is that everything goes down, everything goes up, and it goes up and down, up and down, and but really for the last couple of months things have really just kept going down, and it is it's a little bit depressing to see how much value you've lost, and I've lost. And so I've lost quite a bit of value. Now, does that mean that I've sold everything off? No. Does that mean that there are times I believe it's right to sell? Yes. And so, I decided that I was going to sell here, 10 days ago or so. And I put some stuff up on the market, and I put it at like 20% above what the current market was because I looked at the trends and I saw that, it was probably going to hit that and it wouldn't take too long. And then the market goes, whoosh. That's just how it goes. So I still have all of it. I didn't get desperate and say, oh my God, I got to sell some of this so that, whatever, and just take this huge loss. And so now I've been paying a lot of attention to what's going on, and there's the Mt. Gox stuff, which is blamed for a lot of the decline in Bitcoin because they keep selling off the coins and they keep just putting them out slowly or whatnot. But it's really a significant volume that they have to sell, and so that's been blamed for some of the downfall of Bitcoin, and or downtrend, not downfall. Downfall sounds like it's over, but it's not. So then there is the SEC, and the SEC, Securities Exchange Commission here in the United States. So I recently ran into an ICO that happened just a few days ago. Found out that a friend of mine was actually the man behind it, and I wanted to get in on it. And I thought, oh, great, perfect opportunity because I know and trust him. And but here's what happened. I went in to get whitelisted, and I saw that I didn't qualify. Why didn't I qualify? Because I'm an American. Because I live in the United States of America. And for that reason, they blocked anyone who's in the United States from getting in on the coin. Even though they're based in the United States. It seems absolutely crazy. So I was thinking about this a little bit. I was very disappointed, but I was thinking about this a little bit, and I thought to myself, okay, well, the reason is because they don't want the scrutiny of the SEC. And they have good lawyers and everything, and I think they have good legal representation, and I think their ethics are good and everything. This is why I was just going to blindly, get in on it, not knowing too much about it because I know the people, but it didn't happen because they're scared of the SEC. So looking into this more, the SEC has said that they are investigating more than a dozen ICOs now, and with them investigating all of these ICOs, that has put a fear in the market of new ICOs. And this fear has caused a couple of things. One is that it's caused things like this where I can't, get in. I couldn't get in on this ICO. I can get in on it after because then it's not, in those terms that could be perceived as an investment. But pre-ICO you can't. And then I also, noticing that there's fewer ICOs coming out right now. And we have this real problem with a glut of them. Now, I've been scammed. I'm sure you've been scammed. And, we, of course, want to avoid that. It's very unhealthy for the market. It's very unhealthy for bringing new people in, because new people who have not experienced cryptocurrency before, and you say to them, okay, why don't you get into this? But they hear all the news reports of people getting scammed and everything, and they're like, I don't think this is a good idea. And you know what? They're right. So this stuff has to be cleaned up. You cannot continue to have a market grow not in a healthy way and have these scams. So, there are less ICOs going up now, and that is just such a good thing because there's been so many of them. And when you take your whole pie here, and then you take a piece of it, all these different pieces of it, what happens when you've got 8 or 10 pieces here, you got 8 or 10 currencies, and all these other new currencies come out and everything? People who've invested in these same cryptocurrencies as you, then going out and taking their money from these same pieces of pie that you're in on, and they're taking it out to other cryptocurrencies. And what happens is that your pieces of pie, if you put them all back together again, they're smaller. And they're smaller because there's just not as much volume and not as much attraction to each one of these coins. And so with so much noise out there and so much competition, all it does is dilute your investments and mine. And this is not good for us. So there needs to be less ICOs. There needs to be less coins out there. And in fact, Bittrex just announced that they're removing over 80 coins from their platform, from their exchange, I think at the end of this month. And I looked at some of these coins, and some of them, the exchanges are broken, or their whole infrastructure is broken. You can't even transfer coins from there to here, here to there, wherever. And others are just so low in value and so low in transaction volumes that there's no point in having them. And so it's a very interesting thing to see them start to delist a lot of coins. Anyway, the SEC coming in and cleaning up the marketplace, even though they are a U.S. government body and not worldwide, They do exert some control worldwide, but primarily in the U.S. I think this overall is a good thing. We need to slow down the number of ICOs coming out. We need to get the quality of each coin or token to be higher, and overall to lift up the whole market. So the market has started to come back in the last 24 hours. Don't know how far it's going to go, but it has started to come back, and that's a good thing. But, so a lot of people doom and gloom about the SEC getting in our way. I overall think it's a good thing. I didn't at first. I thought, why would they want to control this thing? But now that I'm seeing the effects of this and everything, I think it's a very good thing. And I encourage more of it. So, may not make me a very popular person, but for the overall health of our cryptocurrencies, I 100% want them to be healthier, and I think this is one of the paths to get there. I'm Marky Dragon. Take care.